Wouldn't matter. Bump it. Rocket, jumping. High point. Hit that shit. All right, I gotta get playback here. Make sure we're good. All right. Got a Dunkin' Donut coffee going, man. This is my fourth one already today. What is it? Not even 1 o'clock. Oh, you want to keep it going? I didn't say cut my music, did I? All right, you're right. Let's keep it rocking. Fucking jam it out, brah. Come on, we get amplified. Ha ha! Come on. Come on. Come on, Sasha. Come on. Come on, get amped. Oh, my coffee's already done. That was fast. My coffee machine is amplified. Damn. Welcome to the channel. My name is BC Amplified. You're gonna find I am the #1 son of a bitch in this community by a landslide. Cut my music, Sasha, please. Cut my fucking music. Thank you. You did beautiful. I'll let you know if I need you. There ain't nobody like the Amplified, man. I'll tell you that. And for the next hour-ish, you're gonna see why, man. Why everybody else tries to pump up their sub count, right? Try to do everything they need to do to get more and more subs. You're going to find I'm not even going to fucking ask you to sub. I don't give a fuck. If you want to join the amp unit, come on. Usually, we're making people run away. We amplified. We're intense. We're too scary. We're the bad guy in the community. The negative one. No, we're just dropping the fucking truth, man. So I feel let's just do it even more, man. Let's do it even more. Let's get people even more salty. Let's get them crying a little bit more. Come on, bro. The fucking tribal chief of the IWC. That's what you can call BC Amplified, bro. I'm fucking swimming with a bunch of little fucking schoolfish and I'm a shark. You know, that's what it feels like most of the fucking time. I feel like nobody's even in my fucking league. You guys ever feel like that? Have you ever been so good at something, nobody's even in your fucking league? Man, I gotta be honest, brah. I'm just there. Speaking of fucking in another league, man, a masterful promo. And for me to say that goes to tell you it's something fucking good, man. Punk and Mox last night, bro. I can't fucking tell you. That promo... Loved it, man. They were just, you could tell it wasn't all scripted out, and they were hitting each other with some fucking personal zingers that they didn't like. We're gonna go over that, and, whoa, what Tony fucking Khan is about to do. And I hope this is smoke and mirrors. I'm hope, there's no winning here. Even if this is a setup to something, it's still all so wrong. Nothing about this is right. So you start off with a masterful promo, and then the All Out picture is so fucking disgusting right now. I can't even... we got to talk about it, man. We got to discuss it. There's nothing else we can do. We got to fucking talk about it. First, breaking news, man. Now, I'm still finding out more, man. The second I put this up, I gave you guys 20-something minutes of notice for this Amplified Live. And literally, when I put it out, we got word that NXT UK is turning into NXT Europe. So NXT Europe is going to be a thing now. I believe the championship will be the NXT Europe. Wouldn't that be funny if they brought back the European Championship? But that's That's where we're going now, guys. Triple H has announced that Worlds Collide, I believe is the event, is going to go head to head with AEW All Out. So if you're one of those people that just loves all wrestling, right? Why do we have to fly the flag and pick and choose? I hear you, trust me, I got you. But you're gonna have to fucking choose on that night. Either you are flying with Team AEW, you're Team Tony Khan, or you are Team Triple H. Because on September the 4th, All Out will be going head to head, or should I say, Worlds Collide will be going head to head with AEW All Out. So on that night, you best pick one, bro. Because Triple H decided not to throw Tony Khan a bone. Triple H, he's digging into that ruthless aggression that his father-in-law taught him. And he wants to gut punch Tony Khan. Triple H is not playing around with AEW. Triple H wants to destroy and dismantle AEW just like he learned from his father-in-law. I told you guys, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Triple H, it's like that new, you see fucking Kevin Nash recently. They couldn't wait to destroy Triple H when he had his heart condition. Nobody told Kevin Nash that H was actually a part of 2.0 discussions from the jump. Nobody ever told Kevin Nash that H was fine with it from the jump. He fucking was always business as usual. He threw the fans under the bus and he was all about Vinnie Mac and his decisions. Triple H is the one that told us we don't know what we're talking about. We know nothing about what's happening with business, and Vince does. So I know you're sticking up for your boy, Nashy. I know, bro. But Triple H knows exactly what's going on at all times, and he is carrying out Vincent Kennedy McMahon's message: destroy AEW at all costs. And if you think this isn't a direct shot to AEW, when for the whole last 2 weeks, they've been holding meetings, and people have been telling Triple H, maybe it's best if we don't go on the same fucking day. Maybe go on a different time. It doesn't matter, even if it's fucking earlier in the day. You're taking the thunder from All Out, obviously. But it looks like they want to go head to head. Time slot wise, man, this is Triple H wanting to deliver a stern message that we're not here to play with you or compete with you. We're not here so we can all get along, so we can play Forbidden Door in the future. We're here to destroy you. So I guess deep down, fans will have to decide which they do like better, Triple H's WWE or AEW. At some point, you will have to decide, because that might absolutely become a war much more vivid than you ever thought possible. But they are going to take on each other, man. NXT Europe is the new NXT UK. And I want to get that official. WWE is to launch NXT Europe in 2023. And they will have Worlds Collide September 4th. Let me get the official. NXT's UK will go on a hiatus after the upcoming Worlds Collide premium event. September 4th. Oh, they're gonna go on. They're gonna go on a few hours. They're gonna go 4 p.m. to tire everybody out, bro. They're not even gonna do like a 12 or a 2. 4 p.m. Eastern time. So that son of a bitch will end around 6:37, and that'll run right into AEW's All Out. They know nobody is going to watch 7 or 8 hours of wrestling. So Triple H is going to try to capture everybody at 4 o'clock, beat them to the punch, and then at 7 when it ends, hope that everybody's burnt out and won't want to pay $50 for the pay-per-view. That's what H is doing, bro. They're going to do a 4 p.m. Eastern time when Worlds Collide event. I'm getting this news as it comes in, guys. This is breaking. This has just come out within the last half of an hour. So I mean, you tell me Triple H ain't ruthless, brah. Come on, man. And that's what I mean when I say Vince is talking to him, man. They know what they're doing. This is Vince and H going, how can we blast these motherfuckers? How can we really fucking hurt them? And evidently they decided going on live at 7 or 8 isn't the fucking way to do it. Maybe if we get them right before, burn everybody out, they're not going to want to burn their wallet with $50. This is fucking ruthless aggression, bro. Fucking H, dude. Giving a fucking gut punch to Tony to where maybe Tony's paranoid, thinks that people are not going to get All Out now, and now he's rushing big pay-per-view main events to television. Possible, bro. But this is huge news, guys. NXT UK turning into now in 2023 NXT Europe. NXT's When Worlds Collide will be going basically head-to-head with All Out right beforehand. So the replay, if you can't catch it at 4, will be right at 7 o'clock going head-to-head with AEW's All Out. I mean, this is just, man, it was all cute for a while, right? Everybody was like, this is great, man. Triple H's WWE is good, and I got AEW, good Dynamite. And now they're going to be like, fuck, dude. Now they're throwing these potty shots at one another. Triple H never liked AEW, man. You guys remember he called it the fucking pissant t-shirt company. And then he got beat by Tony Khan in the ratings. Do you think this dude wasn't going to bring the war to AEW? Did you think Triple H was just going to play nice and maybe one day they were going to have a Forbidden Door pay-per-view? If you thought that, guys, you don't know. You don't know Triple H. He's been taught by Vince McMahon for way too fucking long. This is like a Vince McMahon in training. He has never, ever said a bad word about his father-in-law. Ever. Everything he says, when Vince McMahon says jump, H says how high. So this is massive news, man. They're not going to dismantle NXT UK. It's going to be NXT Europe. That's the breaking news that we got, man. We'll be learning more about that as we go along, obviously. Now, I want to get right into, we're going to be covering other stuff, man. I didn't watch the whole, let me get the coffee going. I didn't watch the whole Dynamite in full, so you guys can tell me if it was a good show last night. But I did catch that promo, bro. And, well, first let me just say, let me get this coffee going. Look at that texture, man. That's a beautifully textured Dunkin' Donut coffee. First, I want to say that Kenny Omega's return, man, the highlights that I saw, and from what I'm hearing, literally, Omega had what is being called a rough outing last night. Now, I believe some of that was absolutely story-driven. He wants you to think that he's not all there yet, and it's going to be a progression. But from what I'm being told by AEW diehards is, no, it was rough. In the highlights I saw, it was fucking rough, bro. There was moments where he just looked like he was off step and he kind of went off kilter, and it ruined a few spots for his opponents, for Andrade and Rush. And on top of that, there was moments where he just did look winded, you know, and that's going to come back, man. The ring rust is always going to be there. You're talking about a long time layoff. But I'm just saying, like, maybe he shouldn't have came back in that type of a match. You think it's a 6-man tag, so he's going to be safe and covered, protected. But no, man. And a lot of it was pretty ugly. And I like Omega. I know that's not a popular thing. A lot of you guys don't, and I totally understand. But I don't mind the dude at all. I think he's a really good wrestler. It's sad to see that type of an outing. And for me, it's a trios championship. I mean, it's a trios division, which I can't stand. I can't stand multiple 6-man tags. And on top of that, now we're going to have more fucking titles in AEW, which I can't stand. And speaking of titles, man, Wardlow, from what I am hearing, and again, I didn't watch the show. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm hoping I'm wrong. Wardlow is not going to be defending his championship, his TNT title, at All Out. He's going to be in a 6-man tag match. As if you're not going to see enough 6-man tags with the fucking trios division. Now you're going to have the TNT champion Wardlow in a 6-man tag at All Out. Tony Khan has given you every reason not to tune in to All Out in Chicago. Is that true, guys? Because that's exactly what I'm hearing. You guys will tell me if that's not accurate. Maybe I misheard, but yeah, Wardlow is going to be tagging up with FTR. And are they stuffing my boy Jay Lethal in that same six-man? I tell you, bro, that's nothing more than a fucking dynamite match, a fucking rampage match. But it looks like that's what they're doing with Wardlow. I mean, that's some Vince McMahon shit where you're taking a prized mid-card championship. I don't care, man. I don't care if Wardlow has it. It's a mid-card title. It's the TNT title. And you're not even defending it at the fucking pay-per-view. Now, we get on Vincent Kennedy's ass about it. You damn sure better bet on this channel, BC's gonna talk about it. That ain't right, man. Wardlow should be in something prevalent. Salute, my unit. Everybody up in here, man. We're about to hit 100 already. I just been fucking ranting for 15 minutes. About to hit 100 on the ups. I appreciate that, guys. Let's hit that 100. Head toward 200 with amplified elbows, bro. Give that like button an amplified elbow. I appreciate it. Anyway, that's what they're doing with Wardlow. I have no idea. Omega's outing was a little bit of rough on the highlights I saw. But you want to talk positive. This will show you that I have no gripe against AEW as far as competitors go, man. I want to give a salute to a masterful promo between Punk and Mox last night. Salute to my unit first. Amplified Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You gotta have your coffee before you talk about it. So this is a masterful promo, man. Punk and Mox. I'm so glad that I was able to catch this. This is setting up their big all-out pay-per-view undisputed title match, or so you would think, right? There's just one amplified-sized problem. Tony is giving it away for free next week. What the fuck? I shit you not, man. You gotta be thinking no way, right? There's no way. Something is up. But none of it makes sense, even whatever we think of, right? Like, let's just say that Punk is not ready yet for a one-on-one match. So this is just to set up a schmaz, maybe a three-way dance at All Out. Number one, why would you bring Punk back that quick then if he's not even ready to compete one-on-one? Are you that desperate for ratings that you're literally bringing a guy who is still injured, still not 100%, and you're going to sell BS matches and then triple threat title matches? I cannot believe that, guys. Please tell me that that's not what we're doing. We're going to do a bullshit hyped up match for next week on TV. It's going to end with a schmaz and we go to a triple threat somehow because Punk is not 100%. Punk is still injured. We're going to risk Punk getting more injured. If this was WWE, we'd be calling this a sloppy shop. But because it's AEW, we're not supposed to say that? Nah, not on this channel, bro. We got to call it exactly like we would across the middle. That's why I always say I'm the only content creator on this platform that's going to be directly amplified to the point, to the T, this truthful and this fair with you guys. I call every show, every company the same. You can't say that about anybody else in this community, and you damn well know it. I pride myself on that. I understand people get upset with me when I say shit like that, like it's a sloppy shop. But if Punk was not fully cleared, if he's not 100%, if there still is risk that he can get injured, then what the fuck is he doing back selling matches? Right? Can we all agree on that at least? I understand you're desperate for ratings. You're really trying to hit 1 million. But bro, you can't bring Punk back if he can't even do a one-on-one match. So I can't believe that that's the case. So then people are saying, well, maybe they're going to do that from the jump and MJF will come back and we'll do MJF versus Punk at the pay-per-view. Guys, by next Wednesday, you have 7, 8, 9, 11 days before the MJF is coming back to sell a pay-per-view match with 11 days time. Why would you do MJF that filthy? Mox in Punk is sitting in your lap after last night's promo. Even BC was going to pay the 50. I was going to buy that shit. I can't review it because Tony doesn't want me to review his fucking show anymore. Takes the fucking vids down. But I was going to watch regardless because that promo got me fucking ready. Let's go. I was going to shell out the Fitty spot. Don't have to now. I get it on free TV next week, evidently. There's no way. My boy, that's my boy. That's one of the best wrestlers in the world, not just because what he can do skill-wise. He doesn't need to do flips and dives. He doesn't need to be doing 450 splashes, suicide dives. No, MJF is one of the best wrestlers in the world because he checks off every box. He's exactly what you would want to stereotype, a prototype of a pro wrestler. MJF would be that sumbitch. And you're going to do him filthy by bringing him back next Wednesday and in 11 days try to sell a match with him and Punk again? Notice I said again. That doesn't make sense. I mean, I said MJF needs to come back a month ago. I hear you. This isn't the way to do it. So any scenario that you guys can come up with doesn't make sense that we're getting this match for free next week. Even if it ends in a schmaz and we get the same exact match at the pay-per-view, we're just doing Vince McMahon shit. Where you see a match before the pay-per-view and it just sets up the same fucking match, a rematch at the pay-per-view. Then why fucking give it away on TV? Are you that desperate for TV ratings? I understand you're not hitting a million, but you gotta get organic with your creativity. Get organic with really good storytelling. This promo had me fucking hyped up, bro. This is one of those classic AEW promos that they do. They come out, they let two guys just rock it out, and all of a sudden, I got my fucking wallet in my hand. I'm like, how much? How much is the pay-per-view? I got you. And then we hear, there's just, man, Punk started this promo, guys. Let me go over some details. Punk started the promo calling out Hangman Page, which was completely bizarre, by the way. Meltzy is reporting, you take that with a grain of salt, but Meltzy is saying that this whole calling out Page last night, that it was not planned and that it stems from Hangman's comments months ago claiming that Punk doesn't have many friends backstage. And I guess that was a real low blow, like a behind-the-scenes low blow that was not part of any scripted thing. Punk was not aware of that ahead of time, that Page was going to say that. And Page said that Punk, and Eddie Kingston says the same thing. Punk doesn't have a lot of friends backstage. There's a lot of WWE ex-talent that said the same thing. So Page just said what he thought everybody already knew. Punk took that very personally, got pissed off, and now Meltzy is saying that was not planned. I don't know about that, because after he called out Page, he sat in the middle of the ring Indian style like he always does, legs crossed, and he's tapping on the mic, and he's waiting. I mean, wouldn't you think, would he really do that to Tony Khan's show? Just hijack it for his own personal thing? Maybe. But Page did not come out, man. Silver posted something funny on his social. Silver posted a picture of Page at catering eating. And Silver was like, sorry, Punk, he was too busy. So Page never answered the call, which leads to maybe this was just Punk going kind of vogue, going on his own. Not happy with Punk or with what Page said, man. Punk goes ahead and says, before he goes to Mox, Punk says, that's what I thought. That ain't cowboy shit. That's coward shit. That was huge. And then he said, make sure the apology is just as disruptive or just as loud as the, I butchered it. Do you guys remember the awesome line that Punk said before he turned his attention to Mox? If there's somebody in the chat that can put it in the chat, man, I'm on a delay, but Punk gave an awesome line, like, don't let the apology, or make sure the apology is just as loud as the disrespect. Something like that. Yeah, disrespect I think is what he said. So he was looking at the curtain as if he's talking to Page, and he says, make sure that the apology is just as loud as the disrespect. Yeah, that line was incredible, man. That was like fucking goosebumps, man. Whether it's storyline or not, I was kind of like, damn, Punk's firing on all cylinders tonight. So, but it was bizarre that he's bringing up Paige when we got a Mox match at the pay-per-view, we're thinking, right? So, finally he turns his attention to Mox. He says that he's always been, now he's speaking about Mox here. He says Mox has always been the third best guy in all of his groups. Talking about BCC now, and of course he brought up the fucking, his little group with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, The Shield. And he's saying that you were always just playing third fiddle, basically. Yeah. So that got an ooh-ah out of the crowd. Mox ends up hitting the ring. While he's making his long entrance through the crowd, Punk is doing snow angels, guys. Punk was in rare form last night. This was old school CM Punk. Before I had my little beef with Punk, with Phil Brooks, this was the Punk I used to fucking love in WWE, man. Just all out, balls to the wall, full throttle, amplified. He's doing snow angels, and he's singing the song lyrics to Wild Thing. So when it got to the part, you make everything groovy. Punk is doing a snow angel. He looks over, he smiles, and he goes, groovy. Oh, come on, bro. BC had to get a pop on that. So he's snow angeling, he's singing along. Mox finally gets into the ring after his Undertaker length entrance. He says, Mox was great. Mox says, oh no, Punk is dropping pipe bombs again. Everyone look out. So Mox completely fucking makes fun of Punk. He's dropping pipe bombs again. Uh-oh. Just like typical, stereotypical, he says, CM Punk, always writing checks with his mouth that his body can't cash, and he points to his ankle, basically, his foot, saying that his body ain't holding up, so his mouth has to do all the fucking the action. So Mox was also in rare form. Punk says this was a quote, "You go ahead and be the heart and soul of AEW, and I'll be the dollars and cents." Basically saying, heart and soul ain't bringing in any revenue, bitch. You ain't drawing this company a dime. So Mox got pissed off, man. I don't think this was scripted at all. Mox says this, and I quote, "You and I both know the only reason you came to AEW is because you ran out of money." What? Punk did not look happy with that shit, bro. Mox looked right at Punk and said, we both know. Because again, Punk said to Mox, you be the heart and soul, I'll be the dollars and cents. And Mox looked right in his eyes and said, you and I both know the only reason you came to AEW is because you ran out of money. And Punk looked fucking pissed, bro. That was really good. It wasn't long after they were just come to blows because it was getting pretty fucking intense, pretty fucking personal. So they just started going to blows, and it was like a hockey fight, right? They stood in place, and they just started wailing away with right hands. Loved it. That's the type of brawls BC loves the best. Stand there and just fucking start hockey fighting. Whoever's left standing, that's the winner. Old school, right? Like you do in the projects back in the day. Suits and ties, officials, everybody's breaking it up, man. I thought it was wild. I thought it was beautifully done. I thought it was downright fucking incredibly intense and even masterful. And then not long after, we get word that this match is happening next week. And this we can all agree on, right? I know BC is the bad guy in the community because people perceive me as being negative and I'm an asshole and I never find or talk enough about positive stuff in pro wrestling, and that's because I just haven't seen enough in the past 10 years. Not even lately, man. It's a little better, these shows, but I don't see that much. So, you could call me names. I'm the asshole. I'm the fucking bad guy. I'm the douche. Fuck BC, man. Screw that guy. I get it. All right? I'll be the guy in the community that wears the black hat. But I think we all can agree on this. This match should not be happening next week on free TV. I would hope, if you're looking in the mirror and being truthful with yourself, even if you don't like BC, that's fine. That's fine. I got family members that probably don't even like BC. That's fine. But at least you could say, well, dude's right on this, man. There's no way that match should be happening next week. I would hope we all agree that this, especially how that promo was pulled off, this just sold the pay-per-view. There's nothing they can do next week. If you have a match with the two and it just leads to a rematch the next week, you just diluted it. And if Punk can't even wrestle one-on-one, so there's a schmaz next week and it leads to a triple or a fatal four-way or something bullshit like that, then AEW is running the same sloppy shop we said about Vince. Punk should not be wrestling if he can't even go one-on-one without worrying about injuring his foot more. Right? We all can agree that there's no scenario why this match should be being promoted next week other than a quick ratings grab. Desperation by Tony. And I don't want to believe that, but I just don't see any other avenue. You can't bring my boy MJF back next Wednesday and have him try to sell a pay-per-view match in 11 days. You should not be doing my boy MJF that filthy, bro. Because I know that's a lot of people thinking. Maybe it's MJF maybe it's Adam Page. Because he mentioned Page before the promo on Mox. Doesn't make sense. We saw that shit, and then you're going to promote that with 11 days? We all know what to expect. It's Mox Punk. They sold the shit out of it last night. That's it. Let's go to the pay-per-view. BC's got his wallet ready to rock. Where do I order? There's no way that Punks and Mox should not be at All Out. And for me to be this passionate about it, I can't even review this shit. I don't make a dime off of AEW Dynamite anymore. Tony doesn't want to hear the fucking thoughts on it. I critique it too much. He doesn't want to see my WWE fucking critiques. If he thinks I'm hard on AEW, if you're new to the channel, you probably don't want to see a fucking WWE review, man. I make people cry left and right over there. I'm usually way more positive with AEW reviews when I used to do them. So I don't make a fucking dime on AEW. I'm passionate about this because this is what I love about wrestling. They set something really beautifully up with the promo. It's the old school 2 champion storyline. You can't fuck it up. We need one winner. All Out is literally in 2 weeks. It's sitting in your fucking lap. You can't fuck it up. He fucked it up. He fucked it up. He fucked it up, man. So we got to see what happens next week, I guess. I mean, again, I haven't watched a full fucking Dynamite in a while. I take the Wednesday nights off now, man. I went to fucking a Seasons 52, and I enjoyed the shit out of it, man. I had a fucking huge meal, fucking filet mignon with a side of scallops, some fucking shrimp skewers, double wines. I had a blast. And then and when I got back, man, I checked that promo and I was like, fuck yeah, man. My wallet was already in hand. And then I found out I could put my wallet back because Tony's giving it to us for free. I mean, does he think? Because Triple H is going on right before 4 to 7. And then the replay, for anybody that can't be home around 4, the replay for NXT's When Worlds Collide is going to be from 7 to 10. That's literally right before and head-to-head with AEW's All Out. Does Tony Khan think that Triple H's NXT event is going to hurt him so much that it doesn't matter what he throws out there? And that's why Wardlow is in a 6-man tag. That's why CM Punk doesn't have an all-out fucking match right now. Or Mox or anybody. I mean, All Out is looking pathetic right now, right? I mean, we all can agree on that. I mean, this is like Vince is producing a pay-per-view, and we're 10 days to 2 weeks before, and there ain't nothing there. There's nothing on the pay-per-view that's giving you the goosebumps or making you take out your wallet. Does he think Triple H is going to hurt him that much? And if so, Triple H is smiling in Stamford, Connecticut right now on the phone with Vincent Kennedy. And they're talking about how he's got no card for All Out. And they made it official. 4 o'clock, they're going to go live. The replay at 7. They're going to dent AEW to the point where Tony Khan limps away out of Chicago that night on September 4th. Maybe this is a huge day for Triple H, much more than we realize. But damn, bro. That's massive to see that on free TV. Its history is always doomed to repeat itself. You guys ever hear about that? WCW did this back in the day, and it helped to ruin them. They would put pay-per-view matches that were sitting in your lap, like Goldberg versus Hulk Hogan for the title, right? Goldberg's undefeated. It's the immortal Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan. And Bischoff was like, let's just get the fucking ratings pop. Let's go head-to-head with Vince. Let's take his shit. We'll worry about the pay-per-view later. What happened was everybody could tune in free. They could flip around, right? You could watch a little football, a little bit of the fucking match. And by the time the pay-per-view came around, nobody gave a fuck. So you didn't evolve anything. There was no climactic point, right? Every mountain has a peak. If you're putting shit on free TV, then your pay-per-view doesn't have a peak. The pay-per-view stands as the mountain. Pro wrestling is simplistic at its core. There's no reason to confuse people or make it more confusing than it needs to be. History is doomed to repeat itself. And I'm watching shit that WCW used to do. We already saw Bryan Danielson in Iron Man matches with an S. We've seen fucking blood and guts matches and every type of stereotypical fucking gimmick match you can think of with Tony Khan. Lights out, you name it. Now we're seeing the undisputed title match. All for free. And it's not making a dent. The dude still can't crack 1 million. I wish I was live for the ratings debut later. I'm hoping they do. I really want the best for him because right now Raw's fucking around, hovering around 2 million. So Tony has to at least start getting to 1 million sooner rather than later. But it shows you that everything he pulled out is not working. The fear here for everybody is that they're going to do this fucking match and it still is not going to bring everybody to the yard. I don't know what the guy's thinking, guys. This is one of those moments where somebody, hopefully, it's vids like this. I'm hoping everybody in the community is saying this, right? Because somebody needs to tell Tony Khan, hold up, bro, hold up. You got something really good here. Mox, Punk. Stop, not free TV, no. Like, this is pay-per-view bound, it has to be. I'm hoping the community comes together and at least admits that. Or are we really turning a blind eye and we're just going to say it's all awesome because it's Tony and fuck it. He knows what he's doing, BC. No. And if you're telling me that Punk is too injured to have a one-on-one match, then you're telling me Tony is now running a sloppy shop. I refuse to believe that he's going to bring somebody back that's not 100%. Omega did not look good either last night, but I do believe that Omega, half of that is kind of storyline, right? He's got to work his way back up. But there was obvious sloppy moments with Omega last night that literally ruined the pacing of his opponents, ruined the sequences, and that's when you knew that was not planned. But I don't think Omega's not ready to do one-on-one battles for 20 minutes. I mean, I think he's been cleared 100%. That's my spiel on it, man. Can you tell I'm passionate about not giving away pay-per-view main events on free TV? I didn't like the Hogan-Goldberg shit many moons ago, and it backfired, and it helped to kill WCW, and I don't like it 20 years later with Tony Khan and AEW, bro. So I will fucking move on. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, man, NXT UK turning into NXT Europe or debuting in 2023, NXT Europe. And on September 4th, Triple H is going to go head-to-head with AEW All Out. It's going to be at 4 o'clock Eastern time. So right before Tony Khan's event is going to be the bulk. His hope is obviously to burn everybody out with that. And then the replay, a lot of people catch these on replay when it's the daytime shows because you just can't be there at 4 o'clock. The replay is going to be 7 to 10. So even he's going to try to burn them out right before. This isn't 2 o'clock or 12 o'clock. 4 o'clock Eastern time. And then right after, he's going to, the replay audience is going to take another hit to Tony Khan. This is what H is going to hope for. He's going to go head-to-head with When Worlds Collide, NXT, UK/Europe, going head-to-head with All Out. So that's the deal, guys. Let me make sure I fucking covered. By the way, I am hearing, guys, that $5 million of Vince McMahon, $5 million of the money that was unaccounted for or not recorded where it was supposed to be. I am hearing that Vince McMahon personally paid that $5 million to the Donald Trump campaign. Now, I'm not trying to get political on here, guys. Please do not get political in the chat. I don't give a fuck if you're flying red or flying blue or you're fucking for fucking Wacky Don or Sleepy Joe. I don't give a fuck. But we are hearing that $5 million of those dollars at least was because Vince personally paid Donald Trump for his campaign. So please do not talk politics in the chat, man. That's not going to get anybody anywhere. It's just going to cause everyone to fight. This is a sports center for pro wrestling, amplified live every day when we go live for this hour. It's a sports center for news topics. I had to just say that. So, I mean, these days you just mentioned Donald Trump. Don't talk politics, BC. I'm not, motherfucker. I'm delivering the news. We are hearing that the $5 million, the latest $5, was paid over to Don Trump in his campaign. We don't know if the other 12.5 was also paid to Don Trump. So either way, Donald Trump did receive millions of dollars from World Wrestling Entertainment. And we know that Vince McMahon, Triple H, Stephanie, they are huge supporters, obviously, of Donald Trump. Triple H, big time as well. So we don't know how personal money would Triple H donated or whatever. So, hey, man, everybody can choose who they choose. That's the great thing about living free, man. You get to choose whoever the fuck you want. So please, no arguing. We're gonna move on. In fact, we're gonna move on before everybody can start fucking slamming one another. Let me move on to real quick, man. Jacqueline, do you guys remember WWE's? I'll call her a legend. I used to love fucking Jacqueline, and she was such a big part of pro wrestling back in the day for WWE. Jacqueline recently did an interview with. Jacqueline says she wants one more match, and she would love it to be against either Charlotte or Bianca Belair. Now, BC says no harm, no foul. It doesn't have to be at a pay-per-view. It doesn't have to be 20 or 25 minutes. But why not for a Monday Night Raw or something like that? I mean, that would be fun. I think that would be a good rated segment. Jacqueline, you can promote it. You know, Jacqueline's last match. Jacqueline takes on Charlotte. Or give her Bianca. You could even do face versus face because people are going to pop for Jacqueline. And you do a little fucking exhibition. Doesn't even have to be for the title. Bianca versus Jacqueline? Fuck yeah, bro. I mean, that's the type of fun shit we need on these shows. It's no harm, no foul. I love storylines, no doubt. But this is one of those exhibitions that just like I like jobber matches. Well, this is an exhibition match. If Jacqueline, I think she's done enough in her career to warrant one more match. And I think the company would actually benefit from it, to be honest with you. What do you guys think about Jacqueline? Yes, no? You don't want to see her at all? Because I'm down with it, man. I always liked Jacqueline, though, you know? There's certain people back in the day, I just like every time they came out, I was like, here we go. A little fucking firecracker. Right, but who do you have her? Would you go like Belair, because that would be such a fun match, or do you have a Charlie Flair? Obviously, you think she has to lose, correct? So, I mean, are you giving Charlie another W at the expense of Jacqueline? I don't know, man. Bianca's your Raw Women's Champ, so I could see that more. Or do you have somebody else, man? Would you have her come out and take on somebody like Bayley or something? I don't know, man. I can fantasy book somebody like Jacqueline all day. Because there's so many great matches that she could still have. Don't get it twisted. Jacqueline's still really good, man. I remember when Mark Marrow dumped Sable for Jacqueline. You guys remember that shit? Yeah, Jacqueline was around in those Sable days where like they were dressing up in potato sacks with like nothing on underneath. Sable had like her Natty Nighthearts, her Mount Rushmores. Sable would have them just painted. I mean, yeah, WWE was fucking very, very sexualized back in the day. And Jacqueline came out a couple of times in almost nothing. There was one time it was on a pay-per-view unit. Which one? Because the PC was younger, but don't forget, obviously. That's how time goes, right? We just get older. But I was younger, and there was a nip slip and Jacqueline on pay-per-view, and Jacqueline does not have small Mount Rushmores, man. It's like some natty shit. And she had a nip slip, and it was right there on TV, man. They blacked it out too late. Judgment Day 98. Nico, are you correct, bro? Because that's badass if you got that date. Judgment Day 98. That sounds actually pretty legit. Listen, back in the day, that was a nip slip heard around the world. Or Breakdown 98. Okay, one of the two. But Jacqueline, man, everybody remembers that shit because that was it Fully Loaded? So either way, you're close, Nico. You got the year right. Looks like it was 1998. That's funny. Everybody's going to go back now and try to find the footage of fucking Jacqueline's nip slip. Too funny, man. Yeah, I think that was... Well, you guys got it either way. My boy Sean Ross Sapp. What is he doing? Fucking talking about... You see Sean Ross Sapp. He says Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw is producing awesome shows and AEW is producing awesome shows. This is great. And I was like, wait a second. Now I didn't see AEW last night, so I can't say if that was was AEW awesome last night or just good, guys? Or was it good at all? Who saw AEW? I didn't watch the whole show. But and this is no shade to Sean Ross, man. He's usually legit with his info, so I'm not going to throw any shade at the dude. But I don't know what he's talking about with Monday Night Raw was awesome. I mean, I'll give you good. I personally didn't think so, but I don't... awesome? AEW last night, it was just good. Awesome. Good. No, it was not. Decent. It was good. Okay. Good. It was mid. A 7 out of 10. It was meh. Average at best, says JR9. The best thing Iman says was Punk. Jerry loved it. So, a little mixed bag. A lot of you guys are just saying good at best. Well, that's what I mean, guy. Why do we gotta overhype everything in pro wrestling these days? Stop the overhyping. Like, Sean Ross is a reputable reporter, I would say. I would call Sean Ross Sapp reputable. I would like to think so. To put on social, man, to say that Raw was awesome? I had to go back and think, what did I miss? I could have sworn we started off with Rey Mysterio getting beat up by Judgment Day again. A coup de grace on top of a chair. It was more entertaining 20 years ago when Rey Mysterio was being catapulted like a lawn dart through a fucking trailer in the parking lot. Remember fucking Nash? The NWO was destroying Rey Mysterio. That was more entertaining than that opening of Raw. And at the end of Raw, Dolph was taking on Austin Theory. And we ended not with a cliffhanger. Theory was selfieing again, like he's done the whole year. So you look at the middle of the show, you had a women's tag team tournament, 8-minute match, with teams that are just thrown together. And then you had a 3-minute women's match. Dakota was beating 24/7 champion Dana Brooke. The United States title was defended on Raw, not at a pay-per-view again. It will not be defended at the Clash. Just on fucking Raw, again, everything that we fucking could not stand with Vince. So Lashley's defending that again on Monday Night Raw. So aside from Drew, McIntyre, and Kevin Owens, guys, how was Raw awesome? Dexter Lumis real quick jumping the... And I love Dexter Lumis. But Dexter Lumis jumping the barricade, a hand on the wall backstage that everyone was like, is that Bray or Dexter? That's not going to make a show awesome. You can say good. If you really liked it, that's good. But why do we have to overhype everything as wrestling fans? It's so weird, and then we have nothing left. Where do you go after awesome? What if we get a really good show next week or in a month? Top to bottom, guys. What if we get a show that's just a banger? Storylines galore, returns, captivation. How do you top awesome? If that Monday Night Raw was awesome, then BC's on a fucking island all by himself. Because I've lost touch with all wrestling fans. Maybe it's true. Fuck you, Beasley. You gotta be more positive, man. I don't understand how Raw was awesome. Again, if you liked it and you thought Raw was good, I'm not throwing any shade to you. That's your prerogative. You liked it. You thought it was good. I definitely didn't. I critiqued every fucking ounce of that show. I didn't see a good show. But better than what it has been? Fuck yeah. I'll take the extra minutes on matches. I just wish we had more storylines, more wrestlers that we gave a fuck about. Hopefully that changes in the future. But I'm loving the little nuggets of change. But how do we go to awesome, guys? How do we go from good, we passed great, we passed really great, and we went right to fucking awesome? Mysterio getting beat down by Judgment Day again. Austin Theory ending the show selfieing. Women's 3-minute matches. The U.S. title being defended on Raw. Alls we really are going to remember is Owens and McIntyre. You guys know I'm right. I just don't understand why we have to overhype everything. You know, why not just say, oh, I thought that was a good Raw, man. You know, awesome. An awesome Raw. An awesome Dynamite. And then you see people go, what a time to be a wrestling fan. And I'm like, well, no, if you think this is the greatest time to be a wrestling fan, man, you would have busted a fucking gasket in a nut if you were around during the Attitude Era. Even the fucking 90s, late 90s, man, early 90s, I should say, man. Oh, bro. I'll show you a time to be a wrestling fan. These are fucking sad times. You got talent, but nobody's larger than life. Most of these wrestlers we don't give a fuck about. It's so weird to see people go, what a time to be a wrestling fan. Damn. Have we not set the bar so fucking low? It's so fucking odd, man. It's tough to see people that I don't mind. I respect for the most part in the community. Just be so easily fucking swayed and just like overhype everything. I really do feel, guys, that most of the time I'm just on an island by myself. I'm literally like the only one using common sense. I really feel like I'm the only fucking one in the community that uses logic and common sense. I don't overhype shit. Of course, watch-alongs like SummerSlam, you know. I mean, we're live. 1,000 people were fucking watching. The fucking vid did over 25,000 views. So, you know, BC had to turn the volume up. You know, I had to entertain a little more. So we geeked out a little bit more for the SummerSlam watch-along. But, you know, you can't just overhype everything. And I hope the community just relaxes. Still hope for change. Get behind people like Khan and Triple H, no doubt. But just call a good show good. You know, and we're seeing it with every match, man. How many times this week alone did we hear, this is awesome. This is awesome. I must have heard it 9 times this week. Man, there was a time where we only gave that chant at the fucking most prestigious of moments and matches. Now everybody gets it. Now if you put a few good sequences together, this is awesome. This is awesome. You say, BC, it's not that big of a deal, man. They pay money, let them chant. No doubt. They can go to the fucking arena and chant, fuck you, Beasley. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna lose any fucking sleep over it. They could go to these fucking shows and say, we want Great Khali. We want the Great Khali. I don't care what you chant, but just don't ruin shit. Alls we have is this is awesome. If you use it for everybody in every match, what's left? If people like Sean Ross really thought that Raw was awesome this Monday, and there's no way you can do better than this past Monday. That's it. That's the top of the line, guys. What is above awesome? Epic? Is epic above awesome? I mean, do people like Sean Ross really believe that Raw was awesome? That Monday Night Raw was awesome? If that's the case, then you're right. lot of you guys are right. Maybe BC lost touch with the wrestling community because my standards are so much fucking higher. That was not awesome. I don't understand, man. And these are the people that the reputable people. These are the people giving us the news. These are people in content creators that have been doing this longer than BC, years longer. Audiences established before BC even got on the platform. In 2017, 2016, gotten some. 2017 is when we really started it. But I mean, there's people that have been doing this years longer, and they're. I mean, this is the best. I don't think they're being truthful. And I understand positivity sells, right? The content creators, the journalists, all this positivity with the Triple H era, it's more clicks. It's more revenue. So you say, well, BC, if you were smart, dude, you would fall in line. BC, all you had to do to get more money, more subs, more views, all you have to do is be positive, BC. Then I say, fuck your subs, fuck your views, and fuck your revenue. I don't give a fuck. I didn't start the channel for any of that. I started the channel because I love pro wrestling and was turning to shit. Yeah, I could fall in line and be more positive, and the channel would just prosper more than ever before. I can't do that, man. It's not just because I'm stubborn. It's because I'm too damn truthful is the problem, right? That's the issue with so many people. I'm too fucking truthful. I'm too honest. I don't sugarcoat, and I don't bullshit. So I lose fucking money, or fucking money that was never fucking there, so I don't give a fuck. I don't get the fucking views or more and more and more subs so I can count my next achievement. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't even ask for fucking subs in these videos like everybody else. Don't forget the sub. I never do. For the years I've had this channel, I don't give a fuck. If you want to be a part of the unit, awesome. If not, check you. I was never here to patent my own stats. I am here to drop the fucking truth. I know that's unusual in the community. That was not awesome. Thank you. That was a little fucking... That should have been a cold open at the fucking end. I appreciate that. WWE, AEW Marvel fan, I appreciate those hundreds, man. I'm trying to speak nothing but 100% truth every single time that this mic is live. Pipe bombs nonstop, man, on this channel. And I really do, man, for all my subs, man. I'm much love to you guys because you guys decided to sub the hard way, right? I never asked you to. I didn't remind you to. You fucking sub because you fucking love the channel, the content, and BC. And I want to make sure that you always know that respect is being given right back to you. I don't fucking pimp out fucking subs, you know, like, she's a sweetheart, man. This is no shade at all. Little Denise Salcedo. You know, most of you guys know who this is. She's a good kid. She's a little fucking firecracker, man, a spitfire. But, you know, people like that, they're like, oh, we're 200 away from 75,000. 200 away, let's go. And then everybody just starts doing it because it becomes a little bit of a fucking mission at that point. That's not people, like, wanting to do it on their own time, man. You know, because then what you're stuck with is a channel that has 75,000 fucking subs or some shit, and it's still, you're pulling in a couple fucking thousand in the views. I never understood that, man. And again, that's not shade, man. She's a firecracker. And I wish her nothing but the utmost success. But, you know, those type of people that just, like, they try to pimp out the channel for more subs. It's like, no, man, I want the amplified unit to be a unit that knows what the fuck is going on in pro wrestling and is ready to help make change. I don't want flag bearers of AEW or WWE or a company that thinks that I'm just going to trash one and help out another or just be positive just because for the sake of being positive. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's a long fucking winded thing, man. That's going in left field with a hockey stick. But I want you guys to know that you guys are the fucking best. We do things the hard way on this channel. I have never done anything that I was supposed to do. Everything everybody told me I should be doing, man. Make sure you promote on social. No thanks. Make sure that you have a set time when you go live every day. No thanks. I tried to do that at 3 o'clock with this show. I can't be tied down. Not like that, man. I'm wild and free. Make sure you always remind everybody to sub. No, man. I'll remind them to smash that up because it'll help the algorithm because the tube doesn't like to push the channel ever. But I'm not going to fucking remind anyone to fucking say, if you want to, fucking do it, guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you, Mikey. Pile Driver, I appreciate that, man. Tamonte, I appreciate that. Sir Charles, Alexi, James Shrimp Fajitas, Clark, no doubt, man. Digital Concepts, I appreciate that. JR9 Gaming, no doubt. The Wisdom of Charlie Grin, I appreciate that, man. See, that's what I mean. I can go on these little fucking rants and you guys understand where I'm coming from, man. I don't want to be like everyone else. I don't give a fuck about my stats. I don't give a fuck if I'm being so fucking mean or harsh that people need to unsub and run away. Then do what you got to do. I'm not here for that. So salute to all you guys, man. I appreciate that, Anthony. Santivia, I appreciate that. Fury, Nico. Man, appreciate that, guys. Sometimes I go in left field with a fucking hockey stick. Guys, I just noticed, too, I forgot to even mention that, man. On those ups, we're headed toward 200 live. I appreciate that. I know it was supposed to be 3 o'clock today. I ended up coming on just past 12 o'clock. So even when that's what I mean. I do everything wrong in running our YouTube channel. If you want to start a YouTube channel, make sure, if you're a content creator, you want to start a podcast, don't do what BC is doing. Thank goodness I'm a sexy motherfucker, very extremely knowledgeable about pro wrestling, and I got the gift to gab, and I'm more entertaining than everybody else. Thank goodness for those 4 things. People want to watch me, people want to listen to me, people get smarter when they listen to me, and there's never any awkward gaps because I can just fucking say a word every fucking second, every fucking millisecond, and I can fill up 2, 3, 4 hours of content at a time. So thank fucking goodness I have those qualities working for me, because otherwise I would suck at this content creator thing because I do nothing the way it's supposed to be. How I got fucking into the thousands of people to even sub to me from the jump, the way I run things, that shows you that that's the hard way. I've always done things the hard way, guys. Always done things the hard way. Too funny, man. Let me go over to, speaking of, before I end this, man, I got to go over to my unit. My VIPs. I better be able to get this page up. I got you guys, man. My VIPs for this vid, man. We started out with WWE AEW Marvel Fan 10 spot. WWE AEW Marvel Fan. By the way, that's Trev Reigns, the Tribal God, for those of you that don't know, up in the chat. If you haven't seen my comment on yesterday's live stream, I put that there's people that are actually defending the person who robbed Sasha's car. Society can be evil these days. Oh, so people that don't like Sasha Banks are saying, fuck it, good? Yeah, I don't. That's just people that have that's fucking people. They're keyboard warriors, man. You know what I mean? Sasha Banks gets fucking robbed. Yeah. But if it happened to them, AEW Marvel fan, Trev Reigns, if it happened to them, it'd be a different fucking tune, man. Much love and respect to Sasha Banks because she didn't deserve that. I'm glad she handled it well. She's good. Bruh, karma's a motherfucker. It'll come back and bite that son of a bitch right in the fucking ass. Ashley Stegel, $17.99. WWE has confirmed an NXT Europe coming 2023. Which means NXT UK will be ending, and knowing WWE, they'll change the UK title to look European when they could just bring back the European Championship HBK Bulldog and others held. Yeah, I mean, Ashley Steggles, yeah, we did go over that. Obviously, it's going to turn into more of a European Championship because that's what it is now. It's going to cover a lot more terrain. You know, I think this is actually business-wise, it's much more, it is smart. A lot of people are going to have to get used to the adjustment. But it is smart. The title is going to obviously change, I would think. And actually, Ashley, I used to love that fucking title, man. The European Championship. There were some good storylines with that shit. And yeah, I do remember HBK and Bulldog with that. Blast from the past, dude. Ashley Steggles with an $8.99 says, what time? It's time. It's amplified time. What in the hell is TK doing with his booking? I hope you curb stomped his dome piece just like the unit has to like the button. Has to the like button. Oh, curb stomp the like button? You're going to make the like button pass out? Yeah, I don't know what Tony Khan's doing, man. I'm really hoping that this is just, I don't know. I can't think of a scenario, guys. I can't think of a scenario where this is acceptable. I mean, you have to believe that the match isn't going to go actually on as planned and there's going to be a definitive undisputed champion. You have to believe that's not going to happen. But I don't see a scenario where this benefits anything, which at that point would be 11 days away from the pay-per-view. You could be using that time to talk about the pay-per-view main event. Mox Punk. This does nothing. I can't even believe it, man. I really can't. Derek Fleming Jr., $4.99. Can I get a refund to All Out from AEW? Seriously, if they're booking this next week, I better get a banger main event. I can't say storyline because that's dead. LOL. Yeah, you can't talk about. There's not going to be many storylines at All Out, man. There's barely any in wrestling as it is. I don't know what bangers you're going to get. Guys, what is the All Out? Derek Fleming Jr. I got to take it to my chat, JR9, or anybody. What is the All Out match card so far? Because if Wardlow is not defending his TNT Championship, Wardlow is going to be in a fucking 6-man tag, which, by the way, has nothing to even do with the Trios tournament. It's just yet another schmaz match. But on top of that, if you're giving away Punk and Mox, or at the very bare minimum, a match for All Out for Punk and Mox is not going to be announced until next Wednesday, which will be 11 days away from the pay-per-view. So good luck selling that. It's not going to be MJF or anything like that, because why would you do MJF filthy like that? MJF's coming back to sell a match in 11 nights? Storm Rosa is official. So Storm Rosa, FTR and Wardlow versus Lethal and his club. It's not just those two, right? Y2J and Danielson. Oh, they made that official? The Trios titles final. So 2 6-man tag schmaz matches on the card. Thunderstorm colliding. Y2J and Danielson, 4 matches. Okay. Only 2 matches actually announced. Christian versus Jungle Boy, the 6-man before. Oh, so Christian and Jungle Boy. Has that been announced? We don't even know. Look at this. We don't even fucking know what's been announced. We don't even fucking know. You're telling me this isn't a fucking mess? We are fucking 1, 2. We are, what the fuck are we? 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days away? 16 days away from the pay-per-view. And we're talking about a free TV pay-per-view main event for the Undisputed Championship that should have been the main event at All Out. I don't know. Fuck. Wow. That's not BC being negative. We just ran through the card. That is pathetic. That's some Vince McMahon shit. That outdid Vince. Somewhere right now, Vince is fucking looking, is getting word of that probably, and he's like, what? How can it be that bad? How could they be worse than me? Oh, Derek Fleming Jr., best of luck if you're going to that live, man. Be the eyes and ears for the unit. Let me know how it is over in Chicago. Marie Applewade, 5 spot. BC, wisdom of Charlie Grin. Lost his phone. So will me, Maya, for a while. He is so bummed. Oh, so he will be MIA for a while. Sorry to lost his phone. Oh no, find that shit. Human beings can't be without a phone today. Listen, I don't know if he's up in the chat or not anymore, but chilling with Charlie Grin, wisdom, use this time to fucking go full throttle with life, bro. You don't need a phone. This is where you guys can learn to live again, man. Get off your phones, damn it. But, wisdom, we're still going to be here doing our thing when you come back, bro. Hope you find that shit or get a new one or just fucking find a whole new world off of your iPhone or Samsung. Or maybe you're old school. Does anybody have a flip phone anymore? Marie Appleway, thank you for that message, man. Marie, good to see you up in here, by the way. The fourth one, $4.99. Yo, BC, something big is going to happen next week and at the pay-per-view. Something big. Like what? Like what? There is nothing big, man. MJF is the biggest thing you could do. And MJF is... You can't have him come back next week to set up a main event match that's in 11 nights. That's going to do MJF filthy. So, man, I don't know. Well, we're hoping something big. There's just not enough time. That's the problem. This is what we used to crush Vince McMahon for. Rushing shit, putting shit on live television for free, not caring about the pay-per-view, half the card not even being announced 2 weeks before. We're 2 weeks before. We got 2 fucking announced matches, basically, and 3 others that we think are going to be announced. Half the card for AEW All Out. Could you believe that shit? I mean... I hope, fourth one, but the problem is time. Tony Khan fucked up on time. He's too busy with every fucking week has a fucking gimmick. What was the gimmicks in the last month, guys? Was it a Fight for the Fallen or Fighter Fest Night 1 and Night 2? There was 2 separate weeks. It was either Fighter Fest or Fight for the Fallen, one of those 2. Night 1, and then the following week was night number 2. Then there was House of the Dragon. Then there was another one. But was it Blood and Guts? Or was there another one after that? There was Fighter Fest. There was Fighter Fest night number 2. There was Blood and Guts. There was House of the Dragon. There was Quake at the Lake. You guys remember Quake at the Lake last week? 5 themed Wednesday night pay-per-view style events. And oops, we forgot about the fucking pay-per-view. That only has a couple of announced matches, and 3 others we think are going to be announced that could easily just be put on a fucking Dynamite. Don't say that, BC. You're being negative, man. But this is the shit that we all said McMahon was doing, and we all fucking flatlined him for it. Isn't this what we said about... What the fuck? How am I just the bad guy in the community if I'm just calling everything the same? Am I really that much of a bad guy, or are these people just delusional? Come on, bro. There was a battle of the belts that he was concerned with. We're hearing they're going to be a part of Wrestle Kingdom or some shit. He's planning a Forbidden Door Part 2. How about you just focus on your fucking pay-per-view in Chicago next Saturday? Or 2 Saturdays, I should say, from this Saturday. 16 days away. Whatever the fuck. Thank you, Malaki. But I kind of am a little bit of a bad guy, but I'm not that much. Fourth one, we'll see, man. World of Wrestling. 5 spot. MJF is returning next week. That's the only thing I can think why the world title match is happening next week. Otherwise, this makes no sense. World of Wrestling, it makes even less sense if MJF is coming back. It makes zero sense if MJF comes back next week on a Dynamite in Ohio 11 nights before All Out. You can't set up shit for him. You're thrusting him into a fucking title match with Punk? With 11 nights of build? Does anybody care about that? Nobody cares about MJF like needing a story? Guys? No? All right. Whatever. Nobody cares about it. MJF is my boy. I get it, man. I want MJF back last month. I totally get it. But MJF comes back next week and does what? Does what? What does MJF do next week? Get inserted into a triple threat and they do it again? Because Punk isn't actually clear for one-on-one. He's not good enough. He's not healthy enough, which means Tony is running a sloppy shop. And so then we get Punk, Mox, MJ. You brought MJF back so he could be a third wheel in a match in 11 nights? From next week? You can't do that, bro. You can't. World of Wrestling, I care, man, but yeah, no, I know you do, World. I'm saying, does anybody think about that? MJF coming back next Wednesday, that is so bad. And I love MJF. That's my boy. He's one of the best. He's the prototype of a pro wrestler. He checks off every box. I care about, ratings draw. Yeah, he's definitely a ratings draw, man, no doubt. But they're already going to get the ratings from this match, right? Because it's not going to be pre-announced that MJF is showing up. So you're literally wasting all of this time that MJF was out. He is coming back just to do a title match 11 days after he comes back next Wednesday. It doesn't make any sense. It makes none of this makes sense. That you would promote this match for next Wednesday. No, World of Wrestling, I appreciate that, man. It leaves so many questions, I'll tell you that much. Colin, 199. Tony is pulling the TNA back in the day. Well, even before that, WCW, Colin used to do that. They would put their big main event pay-per-view matches on live television, and it backfired on Eric Bischoff. And they eventually went out of business for stupid shit like that. History is always doomed to repeat itself, and I really hope that Tony has something. I don't know what the fuck this is all about, man. We'll see, Colin. Dante Jaron, 23, $4.99. Dante! Jaron 23 says, it was a good promo by Punk, but TK seems to be rushing a lot with Punk and Mox. Omega didn't look 100%. The way TK books his matches is confusing. I don't think TK even knows how he's booking his matches, bro. Omega was not 100%. He admitted that. He went on social after and he said, I need to be and I will be better next time in the next round. So at least Omega knows that. I think half of it was storyline, show that he's a little bit of ring rust. The other half is because he knew he was going to have a lot of ring rust, and he did. He did not look that good at all. He messed up a lot of spots for his opponents. A lot of sequences had to be derailed because he was just not on par. Omega, and this is what AEW diehards were calling him, man. They said it was a rough outing. That was a quote. As far as rushing Mox and Punk, this is rushing it to the highest of levels. This is expediting. I mean, they took something that was going really good with that promo, and then they just expedited it a few minutes later. Next week, you're getting the match. I'm sorry, what? Can you say that again for the people in the back and front? Because we think we misheard you. Mox versus Punk for free on live TV? Nah, come on, bro. JR9 Gaming with a couple of 5-bangers, man. JR, appreciate it, dude. With the Mox Punk TK botch, I'll only watch Worlds Collide. All Out is a mess and not worth my time or money. NXT Heatwave also got a good rating, 723,000. JR9, I don't blame you at all. Triple H is going head-to-head the 4 o'clock showing, and then the replay is going to be at 7 head-to-head with the kickoff in the actual All Out event. So NXT is going head-to-head. JR9 planting his foot down. And 7th, I thought I saw that a few hours ago with my third coffee. I was in a Starbucks. And I thought I saw NXT pulled 723, but I was like, no, I got to be seeing shit. There's no way they jump from a 6 semi to a 723. But yeah, NXT Heatwave. NXT this past week, guys, got 723,000 viewers. To put that in perspective, AEW is fucking around 950 every week. NXT, this 2.0 is pulling nearly 750 now. That's incredible, JR9. 5 spot also, JR says Jacqueline's malfunction was capital carnage. December 6th, 1998, a UK pay-per-view during a mixed tag match. Sable and Christian versus Jacqueline and Mark Marrow. JR9, I can always count on you to get the definitive date, man. So if you're just joining, man, we were talking about Jacqueline, who wants to have one more match in WWE. She wants it to either be with Charlotte or Bianca Belair. And we were talking about how Jacqueline had a huge wardrobe malfunction back in 1998. JR with the exact date, December 6th, 1998. And it's pretty ironic that we're talking about a lot of UK news in this Amplified Live, because we're talking about that was a UK pay-per-view. Jacqueline and Christian, think about that mixed tag match, man. Prime Killa, is that what they had last week? 597,000 NXT? And they went to 723 like that? Damn, bro. JR9, was Heatwave that fucking good this week? Or was that just like, I didn't catch Heatwave. Damn, that's a jump. If it was 597, you're telling me they went up 126,000 viewers? JR says Heatwave was very good. All right, now I got to go back and check out the highlights at some point, man. Yeah, and I don't mind NXT 2.0 at all. Whenever I get to call it with you guys, man, I enjoy the hell out of it. You know, that's got my girl down there, Roxanne Perez, whatever the fuck. It's always going to be Roxy to BC. And I'm really high on Braun Breaker. Really high on Braun Breaker. I'm really high on Cameron Grimes. I think the world of the character of D'Angelo. So, I mean, yeah, man, I don't mind 2.0 at all. Iron Rhea says, I refuse to watch 2.0. I hear you, man. Different strokes for different folks. There's so much fucking wrestling every week, man. You get to pick and choose for sure. JR9, thank you for all that fucking stats, man. I love going through those numbers. Zachary, 499. Zachary Girello. Zachary says, did you hear that NXT UK is going away for good and NXT Europe is coming in 2023? Also, NXT 2.0 is going to be rebranded. Yes, we talked a lot about UK going away on their hiatus, they call it. It's going to be now Europe. That's going to be in 2023. Worlds Collide is going to be on the same night, evening into night of AEW All Out. So they're going to collide. So we did hear about that. NXT 2.0 rebranded. That is not actually happening, though, right? I mean, that's a rumor going around, but I don't think 2.0 is being rebranded, correct? I mean, not after they just pulled 723,000 viewers. Yeah, hasn't been confirmed, just a rumor, says my right-hand man, JR9 Gaming in the chat. So let me go back to Zachary. That is a rumor. I just don't think that's going to be true because USA Network had a huge hand in wanting a more colorful product. I know, contrary, everyone wants to think Triple H was just done dirty. Even though H himself was on board with the 2.0 concept. He was in the original meetings with Vince. We know that by the actual staff that was on hand for the first ever 2.0 meeting. That was before H's heart issue, and H gave a speech that day. So H knew everything about 2.0, And when fans got upset, he said, we don't know what we're talking about. Vince knows what's best for business. So I know people like Kevin Nash are thinking even that H was done filthy. But guys, H was always a part of it. USA Network knew they needed something more colorful to attract an audience because Triple H was getting his ass whooped by Tony Khan at the time. Vince was never drawing a dime with NXT, so Vince had to make a change. He's the fucking owner. What did you want him to do? H was getting the shit kicked out of him, guys. I don't think we understand that. Trust me, I loved Black and Gold. H was getting the shit kicked out of him. Vince was losing money. USA Network was getting pissed off. So they said, shit, if that's what we're going to pull ratings-wise anyway, then we might as well liven it up, color it up, and let's just try to get some more fucking kids to watch along. Who the fuck knows? I don't think you guys understand that, man. Too funny. So... what are you guys talking about? Releases? I don't know about the release. What? Somebody got released? Probably NXT UK. And you don't want to laugh when somebody loses their job, but I bet you they're trying to get all this fucking like, hey, get hyped up for this. Pay no attention that we're fucking releasing motherfuckers. Who got why people talking about releases? Oh, wow, it really is UK releases, guys. The Wild Boar. The Wild Boar says, as of today, I am no longer under contract with WWE. It's been a wild experience, and I'm thankful for everything it's afforded me. I am excited for what's next, and I am buzzing to get back in that ring. Let's go. Mark Andrews has also been released. Is that it? I don't know. I think that's it. Is that all you guys are hearing? I mean, I didn't see... I think that's it. Wild Boar and Mark Andrews... it looks like so they are going to do some UK releases or just maybe talk to them and see if they're on board with the new trajectory. And if not, then the NXT Europe deal. If they're not, maybe this isn't the place for them. Who knows, man? Flash Morgan Webster as well. By the way, we went over 200 on the ups. I appreciate that, guys. As we were just shooting the shit, going over some supers. We're on our way to 250 now live. I appreciate that, guys, big time. That helps out the algorithm for the thousands of people that are going to catch this when we're not live. Over the next 24 hours, man, that's when the algorithm will kick in, and that's because of you guys. So I appreciate that big time. Thank you. Let me go over. Let me make sure I got everybody. The fourth one, 2-spot. It won't be a match on Wednesday. So fourth one. So fourth one, are you up in the chat? I appreciate the coffee, fourth one. Let me make sure I got that. Yeah, fourth one with that 2-spot. I appreciate the other coffee, dude. So fourth one, so you're saying you think that they're promoting Punk versus Mox, not for All Out, so they're not trying this. Okay, yeah, I got you, fourth one. So I'm interested to hear this. Fourth one can answer this or anybody. So they're promoting not All Out. They're promoting next week's Dynamite more. And then by that point, you only have 11 days to promote All Out. They're going to promote a championship match, and then they're not going to have the match, or it's going to be a schmaz. But then what happens? I know, fourth one, you talked about MJF, but I don't see how he's been gone this long, and he comes back just to be rushed into a title match in 11 nights from next Wednesday. It'll be 11 nights to All Out. So what big could possibly happen is what I'm asking. There's nothing that could justify promoting that match not for All Out. And fourth one, I hear you because I'm guessing I'm hoping that you're correct, right? Because even if Tony Khan was planning on just doing the match next week, I'm hoping he's hearing the backlash and he's going to switch that shit. I'm hoping it's not my boy MJF, though. MJF deserves way better than to just be used in this Punk Mox thing. You got to bring MJF back in a way where he is... he's firing on all cylinders against the Authority because that's how you ended it. He's best as a heel. I don't know if I want to see him as a good guy, but you got to have that friction. 11 nights of build from next Wednesday, and that's all he gets? I just don't see it. But fourth one, you're right. Something big has to happen now because Tony Khan just fucked up, bro. And that cannot happen. That match cannot happen. You gotta believe that match cannot happen. Yo, Papo Jr., 1999, Papo. Appreciate that, dude. 1999 says, is TK shook, bro? He's blown his load next week, ? Whatever is going to happen next week could have waited for the pay-per-view. I'm not liking this booking. The TNT title doesn't mean anything right now. FTR can't compete for the tag title, ? What the fuck? Papo Jr., everything you just put down is a concern of BC's too, but I'm not allowed to review the shows anymore for AEW. So I can't bring this up and help Tony. But FTR supposedly they're the number one rated tag team every week basically, and they can't go for the tag titles because that would make your ranking system look legit. So we can't do that. And as far as the TNT Championship, true story. Wardlow, this is confirmed. Wardlow is not defending his title at All Out in 16 nights. He's going to be in a 6-man schmaz tag match. Not even a part of the Trios tournament. Papo Jr., it looks like he's just blowing his load next week. I think he did get a little shook by Triple H going head-to-head with him, basically. 4 o'clock right before. He's going to try to tire out the audience. And then right at 7, the replay going head-to-head with AEW All Out. So it looks like Tony Khan is a little shook, and he's going to give these matches away for free on live TV. WWE AEW Marvel fan Trev Reigns. 5 Spot Coffee says Vince McMahon versus Tony Khan. Winner wins the Worst Booker of the Year championship. I want to see Melty Boy's little awards that he does every year, right? He's always on AEW, Tony Khan's cock. But I would love to see, because he's been all over Triple H's fucking balls lately, I want to say who he's going to give it to. Is Melty going to give the Booker of the Year to Triple Khan? Or Tony H? Or Triple Tony? Is it going to be a hybrid, right? Is it going to be a dual Booker of the Year award? WWE AEW Marvel fan Trev Reigns. Appreciate that, dude. You guys are too fucking funny, man. That's the fucking best. Prime Killer. Prime Killer's still up in the chat, man. 5 Spot Coffee. I appreciate that, Prime. Good to see you up in here, dude, as always. I'm not getting your super for some reason. Hold on, Prime Killer. Hold on, dude. All right, I got you. Prime Killer. It is being reported that Dynamite will be competing against NXT on Tuesday in mid-October due to Dynamite being preempted during MLB playoffs. I did hear that, Prime Killer. I heard the same thing. Is it definitely Tuesday nights that they're going to be doing? It is Tuesday night. So Triple H is going to bring a little bit of a battle on September 4th against All Out. Tony Khan is going to have no choice but to bring a little bit of a battle 1 month later because of the playoffs right to Tuesday nights. This is what I mean, man. And we already know they had a little bit of a war before, and Tony Khan beat the shit out of Triple H, ratings-wise. Man, that's going to be huge. Prime Killer, I appreciate that news, man. I didn't know it was Tuesday nights. I did hear that baseball was most likely going to preempt them. So, I don't know. My boy Sean Ross Sapp too, man. Not my fucking boy. I never fucking met him, but I got respect for the dude because he is reputable. Sean Ross is saying there's a pretty major development in the CM Punk Hangman AEW situation that's going to Fightful Select soon. I don't know if that's a website or not. I don't know. But it appears that Sean Ross might have some more info on Punk. Mox in AEW, or no, the Punk Hangman situation. I'm sorry, not Mox. Punk Hangman. Because again, Meltzy said that was not supposed to be in the original script, and Punk was just pissed off because Paige said that he has no friends backstage. And Punk got pissed off at that from months ago, and Punk literally went into business for himself and said, dude, come out here then. You want the fucking rematch? And then he said, you're not cowboy shit. You're cowboy. No, what'd he say? That's not cowboy shit. That's coward shit. And then he said, your apology better be as loud as your disrespect. So I don't know if Fightful is going to confirm that was CM Punk going into business for himself, or maybe that was just part of the story, man. But I thought that was a little interesting as well, guys, if you guys want to go over there later today. Guys, I think I got everybody, man, on the supers, my VIPs. I always want to make sure I got every single one of you guys because you guys are the fucking heartbeat of the channel. And I always want to make sure you guys know that respect is being reciprocated right back to you. So thank you so much. I know I had to start a few hours early today. I can't always go at 3 p.m. So just, you just got to be notified, man. And I'll always try to give you guys at least 20, 25 minutes of notice. And then we're going amplified live. So I appreciate we're headed toward 250 on the ups. I appreciate that. For the hundreds that were able to watch live, even though it's fucking all over the place time-wise, for the hundreds that were able to watch live, I appreciate the fuck out of you guys, man. Thank you so much. Now, for the thousands that are going to catch this afterwards, sorry you couldn't catch it live, but I appreciate that you're still watching every second of this amplified live. That support, it's felt, man. And it's reciprocated. That love and passion and fucking respect is reciprocated right back to you guys. So I appreciate that, man. I really do. I want you to know that. That never goes unnoticed, man. That type of respect, man. That's why I say every time you guys give an amplified elbow to that like button, dude, that doesn't go unnoticed. And I'll keep updates on the releases thing. I don't understand. Marie's amplified as fuck on the way out, man. Fuck yeah. Alexi. Nelly Nell. JR9 Gaming, man. Hopefully you enjoyed this, JR9, man. I gave you, there was a lot of info and a lot of words being spewed by BC. Deontay, check you, man. James, check you, dude. Jack, check you. I got Nelly Nell, all right? DeMonte. Pile driver finisher. Much love, dude. Much respect right back to you. Tony Partita. William F. William. Much respect, dude. Good to have you up in here, William. James Shrimp Fajitas. Keep on rocking, James. I got you, brother. Sriracha boss. I appreciate that. Sriracha. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Appreciate it. Alexander Janelle Fury. We'll check you. Iron Riaz. Nico. Sir Charles. The fourth one. Paul the Ripper King. Adrian Black. Quentin. Fuck yeah, man. I'll be here another fucking hour doing the fucking roll call. I'll let you guys fucking take off, man. Much love, respect to all you guys. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I don't want to, because if I start another story, I'll be here another 20 minutes. Sasha, hit my motherfucking music, please. We gotta peace out. Peace be feet and seat. Be here for another fucking hour, dude. Salute, guys. We'll check you, man. Tomorrow, Amplified Live. Make sure you guys are rocking out. What's tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Oh, I might be able to do SmackDown Live tomorrow night. Maybe. Maybe live for SmackDown too. I'll let you know during the Amplified Live tomorrow, guys, for sure. Possibly. Big names up in here, man. Mikey. We'll check you guys, man. Salute. Tony, don't give it away on free TV, Tony. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Salute.